Lecture 27, Finding Z-Scores Given Areas. Okay, what I say there is sometimes we can go backwards given the tables, meaning you may be given an area, you may be given a probability and asked to figure out the corresponding Z-score. And I say the key is, given the area, we look inside the Z-table to find that area, and then we trace back out to find the corresponding Z-score. In this case, because of the way the table's set up, you'd be finding the Z-score that has that particular area to its left. So I'm just going to work, I don't know, half a dozen examples here. Find the Z-score, first one, that has an area of 0.9474 to its left. Let me draw the picture to make sure we understand what we're doing. So now I'm not giving you a Z-score and asking you to find the probability. I'm doing it the other way around. I'm giving you a probability and asking you to find the corresponding Z-score. So where at on the Z-axis are we? First off, if it has 0.9474 area to its left, it has a lot more than half the area to its left, so I'm going to be over here somewhere, right? I'm going to have almost 95% of the area to my left. So here's my Z-score, let me just say. And that's what I want to find, because I have that. All the area to the left here is 0.9474. Okay, that's the picture of what we want. I want to find the corresponding Z-score here that has that. Of course, the way I'm going to do it, as I say, is I'm going to come, I know it's going to be a positive number, certainly, because it's more than half the area, so it's got to be over here. So I'm looking at my positive Z-score chart, and what I need to do is I need to realize that it's inside here where the areas are. Inside here is where the probabilities are. So I got to go looking for 0.9474, and there it is, 0.9474. And so what I do then is I trace out to here, and I get 1.6, and I go up to here, and I get 2. So the Z-score I want is 1.62. Answer, 1.62. So I'm saying that the probability that Z is less than 1.62 is this given probability, sorry for the squeaks, 0.9474. All right, let's do another one. So find the probability, find A rather. Okay, so A equals what? I know that the probability here, it says Z less than A is 0.0054. Okay, well that's a very small probability, right? If there were a 1 right here and nothing else, it'd be 1%. So this is 54 hundredths of a percent. It's a little over 0.5%. Not very much probability at all. It's going to be over here to the left. Looking at this picture, it's going to be over to the left, right? Let me go ahead and draw it again so I don't use the same picture. My point is, very quickly, I must want a negative Z-score, correct? Because it's going to be less than a half, most definitely. It's the area equals 0.0054. And probably by now you've looked in the table. Well, you should write this down. You should draw the picture, so you should stay with me. But we'll go to the next table because we need negative Z-scores. And I got to find the area of 0.0054. And if I look, 0052, there it is, 0.0054. And so it says go negative 2.55, right? So the answer is negative 2.55. That's the Z-score that has that area to its left. I guess I have one more there. What's the probability that Z less than B is 0.5557? We're past the halfway mark, right? Past a half. So I got to go back to the positive Z-scores. And can I dig in there and find 0.5557? I guess I'll leave you to do that. I don't want to do it. I think you should have the idea by now. Find the area and back it back out. And at the top of the next page, I say, using complementary events, we can find Z-scores that have given areas to their right. All right? We can't use the table directly to do that, but we have to just use what we understand, a little arithmetic, and what we understand with complementary events. Okay, so what does it say there? It says that all we have to do is, given the area to the right, if I want to use my table, I need to know the area to the left. But the complementary event, it gives me the Z values to the left, so I want to take that area, that probability, and subtract it from 1, and that's the number I'll look up in my table. So the next example, I want 0.9066 area to the right. So I have I want the z-score that has 0.9066 to the right, so it's going to have more than half of it to the right, so it's going to have to be back here, right? I want my z-score back here, and all the area here is 0.9066. All right, I can't use the table to find that directly because it's area to the right, and I only have area to the left. What's my area to the left? Let me use a color that really contrasts. So area to the left, this area is 1, I'm sticking into my chart a little bit, that's not too bad, 1 minus 0.9066, right? It's the probability of the complementary event. If I'm not over here with my z-value, I must be over here. And that's going to be what, 0.0934? 0.0934, correct? That's what I need to look up in my chart because my chart has areas to the left, and I guess I have to go to the negative z-scores. Can I find, digging in here, a 0.0934? 0.0, it's hard for me to read, 0.0934. There it is. It's a little bit hard to see. So I'm at, excuse me, I'm at here, and I go over to negative 1.3 and up to 0.02, so it's negative 1.32. So this is negative 1.32. Okay, then look below. Find the probability. Find C if the probability of Z is greater than 0.0495. I will just say, next example. You must convert, do as I did up here, draw it all out, but it should end up being probability of Z less than C, or less than or equal to C if you like, doesn't matter, is what? 0.9505, right? 0.9505, dot, dot, dot. And you got that by doing 1 minus the 0.0495, so you should finish that one up. And lastly, one more, find the probability that Z is greater than 0.4801. I'm just going to leave you to do that one.